So when Matt was building up the resort, we had 2 extra containers that we were using for Link that we stopped using because we didn't need them for Link, which was Mare's active wear line. So Matt took them out to the resort and was using them out there. One of them got buried in a berm. The other one was just sitting there. They were using it for storage and things, but now that the resort is being sold, we had the opportunity to get it back, and we need it back. We're buying blanks by a bunch and buying factory direct, basically. And then we're also just busier, making more product, storing more product, and having more creators and things like that. So we got the container back, and it has lights in it already, but this one used to be on that side of the building, and we had it plugged into the wall, but over here there's no plugs. So they were close enough that we were able to plug them into the wall, but now over on this side there's no plugs. So these containers all have separate there's solar panels on the roof, first of all, and then there's a battery and a inverter. So each one has its own setup, actually, which is probably a bit excessive, but I think they kind of set them up. I know this was here before I started at Bunker, and I think they kind of set them up one at a time. I don't want to say problem we were running into, but one of the issues, like this specific battery is bad. I know it's bad. We just haven't replaced it yet. So previously, if we would flip this on, you can see it's at 10 volts. Now it's coming back up. That's because these wires. So I ran wires across all 3 containers, linking 3 batteries, 3 charge controllers, and 4 solar panels that are up top all together. They've got fuses, everything's all done right, all wired up. Instead of purchasing all this stuff again, because again, like, this is redundant. We don't need 3 inverters, 3 batteries separately. Like, one of these containers could house all of these things. We only need 1 inverter. We're just running lights, like, not a big deal. And so with all that said, I don't want to buy all that stuff and replicate those situations in this container. So this container already has lights and already has a plug and a cord. So I am just running it through to the other container and plugging it into one of those inverters. First thing this morning, when they dropped this container, he didn't really have room, so he kind of pulled out crooked at the last second, and it was really bothering me that wasn't straight. So this morning I just chained the truck up to it and drug it over a few inches, kind of squared it up with the asphalt and squared it up with the back. It was also kind of sitting crooked. Mikey came in. Let's see. It was also kind of sitting crooked back here. There's a stump. We took out a bunch of trees. So here's one stump, and there's another stump underneath there. And this corner was in the air, but when I straightened it out, however it moved, it leveled everything out. So now our gap is straight. This container's straight, flush with the other one. And yeah, we had a guy come out and take these trees out, these couple trees that were dead. Then Mikey came in with the backhoe and put this big dirt pad here. And that way we had a flat spot to rest the container. So now we got a 4th container out here. This one, way back in the day, Mikey had come out and we tested a theory. We put that vent up there and it really works. It takes heat out. It's just when it's 104 out, the temperature going down to 100 even is not that noticeable. So it was nice for airflow and stuff, but I don't know if it was worth the investment and the effort to install. But back to the electrical. So I got the extension cord running through there. Originally, I pulled it through this container right next door. I gotta patch that hole still. And I pulled it in here and I hooked it all up, and then I realized this one inverter only has one plug. The other two have 3 plugs, but this one's only one. So I unhooked it and let's see. So then I unhooked it from, well, I unhooked it, cut the cord again, ran it over to the second container over, because we have 3 plugs here. So my plan is we'll just leave this on all the time and we'll start using these switches for light control. So I got this other end of the extension cord. This side here, just gonna hook up some butt connectors real quick and plug it in, see if it works. Right, got the torch. Let's see. So these little covers are heat shrink material. So it's an all-in-one situation. You can just use these butt connectors and then warm them up, and they shrink down to the wire. Keep the weather out. It's pretty nice. Then you don't accidentally forget. I think that was the worst part about having heat shrink separate, is forgetting to put the heat shrink on before you make the connection and then having to cut it apart and do it over again. So there it is. Now they're all heat shrunk together. Should keep the corrosion and weather out. It's either gonna work or it's not, right? Those are really the only 2 choices. All right, let's go see. That cord kind of had a rough life. Uh-oh. Let's see. It was pinched under the container and I had to like yank it out of there. So there might be some separation. Oh no, look. Our orange light's on. That means, bam, we got lights in the container. Sweet. All right, now we just got to get rid of all this stuff. So we're in container, which we call container 3 over here. I got my load tester hooked up. This battery I've never replaced. I've replaced the battery in number 2, and I'm pretty certain the battery in number 1 needs to be replaced. But this here is a 612 volt battery load tester. When I flip this switch, it heats up these coils. It kind of does like a direct short, basically putting a load on the battery. Now these batteries aren't designed for like loads like starting a car like this replicates, but it'll tell us, give us an idea of the health of the battery. So we're at a heavy 12 volts, almost into the charging zone, which for solar is probably correct. If this were a car or something, it would be charging at those 14 volts up there, but high 12 is probably right for this solar charger. And when we put a load on it, it goes down to 10. So not good, as you saw. Not the best, but again, this battery's not necessarily designed for that. Cable's hooked up. This battery is new as of 2 years ago or so. Again, high 12s. Hit it with the load test down to 10. Okay. All right. I'm curious what this last one says. So I know that this one is bad. I've known it's bad. So this battery has not been replaced either. It's sitting at a high 12, but yeah, there, see that? So those other 2 are good. This one, look, when we put a load on it, it drops down to 7 volts. So we got to get 1 replacement battery here. Now this battery can hold the load of just the 1 set of lights. It does okay for a little while, but eventually this voltage will just drop, and then it starts alarming and then quits working. So, all right, purchase a battery and all 4 containers will be ready to go. before we close this video out, let's see. There's our 4 solar panels. So yeah, this tall container, it's got 2 of them. And then over there, each container's got 1, but they're all together now, so it doesn't really matter. In fact, now that I'm thinking about that, I probably need to get up here and clean them. I haven't done that so they're really not too dirty. They just got a lot of dust on them, I guess. But I know cleaning them will make them work even better. Ooh, this one's got cracks on it. That's probably not good. This one looks like it's in good shape. I don't know what you're supposed to technically clean these with, but I got a little bit of glass cleaner. Oh, this one's got some cracks right there too. Oh, and right there. I guess they are pretty dirty because I just cleaned this one and now I can see all the damage. Oh yeah, that's dirty. These things are filthy. How often are you supposed to clean solar panels? And would it help if these were at an angle? Like when it rained, would they stay cleaner? Because the rain would wash this dirt off? I don't know, I don't really have... We have 1 solar panel. I mean, well, there's a solar panel on our RV, and then there's a solar panel out at the gate to operate the gate controller to open and close our front gate. But I know there's people out there that run their whole house on solar. What are some of the tricks so these don't get so dirty? Is one of the tricks, don't use glass cleaner. Oops. These have little puddles where the water puddles up in this lower corner. All of them kind of were like that. Can't be good for it. All right, there we go. Clean solar panels. I'm gonna go inside and order a battery, and we'll be all set for all 4 of these containers. Ready for all of the use.